All right, before we get started with this, I got 3 words. No James Franco.
Or Sam Rockwell.
It's ridiculous. Come on, people. Spring Breakers is one of the best movies of the year. Easily in our list, for sure. I don't know how high it is on yours anymore, but I know it's high on mine. And I don't even have my 10 yet. But, come on, don't nominate one of the best performances of the year. Didn't he just win, was it National Film Society?
National Society Film Critics.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Did he take that? I don't remember.
He won something. He won something major, so yeah.
He tied with Leto at LA, too.
Is that proof that he could have been a contender if they would have ran him?
He could have been somebody.
He could have been a contender. Anyway, sorry. Hi guys, Owen and AJ here, as usual, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Film Independent Spirit Awards, the award show that is right before the Oscars, and the night right before the Oscars, and an award show that personally has the connotation of the time that the only time I actually go to AJ's actual house and watch the show, and his dog attacks me. And it's pretty much what happens. But the great thing about it is we get KFC. Now, Spirit Awards are always fun every year, and usually they're fun for me too, because this is when we start awarding the independent films that we actually do watch. This year, on the other hand, completely different, because I didn't watch everything like I usually do. I know, bad Owen, I get that. That's because I'm trying to throw out content to you guys and watch wrestling and do Disney and Universal content. I go home twice a year, so I didn't have time. So, because of that, AJ did watch everything.
As much as I could. There's a controversy going on, and a lot of people are pissed off.
Okay.
When you say about them awarding the independent movies of the year.
Yeah.
The Spirit Award movies used to be totally its own thing.
Yeah.
It would make these really,
excuse me,
quite literally independent choices. A lot of people are pissed off lately that it seems like every year as the years progress, the Spirit Awards start having more of the Oscar nominees in them.
Yeah.
And basically takes all the movies that would normally rack up back in the day, and they get crushed by these bigger movies.
Yeah.
And it totally defeats the purpose.
Yeah, completely.
So, but every now and then there's those, like Dale Dickey winning for Winter's Bone. That happened. So,
yeah,
there's always, usually there's that. And the cool stuff like McConaughey winning last year for Magic Mike. So, and they have some good nominations. Usually they have some good nominations, too. Like, Aaron Eckhart for Rabbit Hole got in here in 2010. Last year, Sam Rockwell for Seven Psychopaths. That was great. I was very happy with that.
Same here.
But yeah, as the years go on, they do start to... they become more and more like all the other award shows.
Yeah.
So...
Well, that being said, if you have not followed any of these videos, I'm sure you have, because obviously I'm getting it. I'm pretty sure most of you are watching all of these. And when it comes down to it, thank you, number 1. Number 2, this is how we do things on Pop for those of you that are new to the channel, or new to these videos, or just found these videos just searching on YouTube. Because I know what happens. Sometimes you just search for one thing, you search for another, and then eventually you're watching dancing kittens on the top of a rooftop. Now,
there's always that comment that says, "Oh shit, I'm in the weird part of YouTube again."
Yeah, exactly. So, we've entered into 3 potential winners for each category. One is the one that will win, one that will be the second place, and one that could be the dark horse that could just come out of nowhere and take it. So, let's go with our first category. Actually, before we start our first category, we're going to mention the Robert Altman Award first before I go anywhere further, and that is for Mud. And Mud got a lot of acclaim this year. But not enough to really do anything awards-wise.
Robert Altman, the Robert Altman Award is obviously, you can just tell by the name, is an award for ensemble cast.
Yes.
Which they never do nominees for. That's just...
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, oh, by the way, this is...
Mud just won. There you go.
So, yeah. I don't know if it would have been my choice.
No, not necessarily.
But you'll quickly learn that this particular awards body seem to really love Mud.
Yes.
Like a lot of people do. I don't get the big deal, but people love Mud.
It's a good movie. It's not a great one. McConaughey did a lot better stuff this year. As we have seen in the other videos we've done. So let's talk about Truer Than Fiction. We'll start with that. I think it's Avino. Avino's Truer Than Fiction Award.
Yeah, it's basically, I think it's like the movies that were too cheap to be in the documentary category. I think, basically.
So we've got A River Changes Course, Let the Fire Burn, and Mana Kamana.
Well, you say you want to do a winner, runner-up, and spoiler.
Can't do that with 3 nominations.
Yeah.
So we can do that most of the time, but not through these. Like how we do the animated film categories, apparently. Until we get to the
Which
Oscars.
usually have something that's running away with it. So this is...
Yeah.
Obviously, we're just taking wild stabs here because I didn't see any of these.
Nope.
And you... Yeah.
No. Really?
Taking just a random guess just to see if it just happens to be one of the 3. There's a 1 in 3 chance, obviously. Let the Fire Burn. It sounds like a winner.
I'm going to go with, I guess I'm just going with how cool the name sounds. We'll go with Mana Kamana.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's get out of these categories quickly.
Yeah. Good idea.
Someone to watch award. I think that is for... I don't know if it's one of those... I don't know if it's like BAFTA's debut award, if it's like for different like director or a writer or an actor or whatever, or if it's just a director or what.
Somebody breaking out that you need to watch, basically. I'm not trying to say it like that. I'm just...
My sister's quinceanera. I always say quinceanera like Gyllenhaal doing his impression of Michael Pena and To Watch. Newlyweds and the Foxy Merkins. God knows what that is.
Well, I have an idea. And I'm probably right.
I'm going to take a wild stab and say Newlyweds.
Which is something you have access to.
I have access to watch, but I haven't yet. Because...
Again, we're just going to go and throw it out there. I'm going to go with the Foxy Merkins.
Okay.
All right.
All right, shit we've seen.
Somewhat.
All right. The Producers Award, which is basically like a Body Work Over the Year award for producers.
Yeah.
We have Toby Halbrooks and James M. Johnston, who did, not necessarily always together, but over the year together, did Anthem, Body Saints, Upstream Color, and Pit Stop.
Okay.
Then we have, however you pronounce that guy's name. You'd, I guess, have.
I think it's Jacob, but it might be Yakub. But I think it's Jacob. Jacob Jofke for A Kiss of the Damned and The Sacrament.
I know his damn name's Jacob. I was looking at his last name. Christ. And
one of these videos.
Andrea Rowe, who did Drinking Buddies and Sunlight Jr., and Frederick Thorne, who did
Viete. We'll go with that.
Taking a wild stab, I'm going to say the guys that did Anthem, Body Saints, Upstream Color, and Pit Stop.
Okay. And your second place?
Should I have to do that?
Since we have more than 3 now, yes.
I'll say the woman that did Drinking Buddies and Sunlight Jr. I actually saw both of those movies.
Okay.
And I'll say Frederick Thorne, because please tell me the guy that produced Kiss of the Damned would not win anything. The Sacrament apparently is like, I think it's Ty West's movie. Ty West is involved somehow.
Yes. I remember seeing that, actually.
But obviously Kiss of the Damned is like, you know,
yeah,
is what it is.
Okay, I'm going to go with Andrea Rowe for Drinking Buddies for my win. I think Halbrooks and Johnston are going to be my second place. My spoiler, I'm also going to say it's Thornton.
The John Cassavetes Award, which is basically a movie, I want to say it's 20,000?
Something like that.
A movie made for like 20,000 or under, I think.
I believe Clerks has won this before.
Something like that. We have Computer Chess, Crystal Fairy, Museum Hours, Pit Stop, and This Is Martin Boner. People apparently really, really love this movie. I've watched it yet. I will eventually. I think the winner will probably be Computer Chess.
Yeah, I agree with that.
With the runner-up, just taking wild stabs now. Museum Hours, and the spoilers, Crystal Fairy.
I really liked Crystal Fairy. It's going to be the runner-up here. I think This Is Martin Bonner is actually going to be my spoiler in this case.
See, I saw This Is Martin Bonner, and that movie is just, I mean, I don't know if they're thinking the same way that I am, obviously, but This Is Martin Bonner is one of those movies that is just... That movie just is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's about the friendship of 2 dudes, and it's an hour and 20 minutes long. And that's it.
I was just going on name alone.
That movie just is what it is. I mean, it's got good performances in it, but it's just absolutely, totally, and completely unmemorable. So, you know.
Okay.
Editing. We have Francis Hall, Museum Hours, Short Term 12, Uno Note, and Upstream Color. People fucking love all the technical stuff that went into upstream color. So
Said with the most sarcasm possible.
that wasn't sarcasm.
No, your sarcasm. Having to
Um,
put it over something you hate so much.
I would say upstream color will probably take this.
Yeah.
After that, I'm taking Wild Stabs. The runner-up is Museum Hours. The spoiler is Short Term 12.
I think Short Term 12 is actually the runner-up, and I'd say Francis Ha is actually your spoiler.
So you have upstream color winning as well.
I do have upstream color winning.
All right. Cinematography. This is an interesting bunch.
Yeah, it is.
I believe Computer Chess is black and white, so it got in place of Nebraska, I guess.
Yeah.
There's always a black and white movie that makes sense.
Yeah, why is Nebraska not in this? This is a very nice lineup.
We have All Is Lost, Computer Chess, Inside Llewyn Davis, Spring Breakers, getting its only nomination,
Sad Panda.
and 12 Years a Slave. I think Inside Llewyn Davis will take this, actually. With the runner-up being All Is Lost and the spoiler being 12 Years a Slave. That's the first one in the Spirit Awards I've said with confidence.
I've been saying this since I saw the movie. I think All Is Lost is the movie to beat here when it comes to cinematography, and I said that when I was
You're just
watching
paranoid now because it won Score of the Globe.
I'm not paranoid. I just think I said that All Is Lost is great cinematography. I think that I'm also going to go with Inside Llewyn Davis, but I'm also going to go with it this time in my place is going to be the runner-up. You know, just because it got nominated and the fact it's one of the best movies of the year, I'm just going to throw it out there. I think Spring Breakers is your spoiler here. There's got to be a reason it's here, and not just filler.
Oh, I fear they didn't
Computer
like it.
Chess may actually win this too, potentially.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with
It's hard
Spring
to
Breakers. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's the Spirit Awards can be unpredictable.
Yeah.
Especially in their lower categories, so it's really hard to tell. It's just kind of you don't really have a precursor to go on. So
Notice we didn't mention 12 Years a Slave here, so
I said it was the spoiler.
at least I didn't mention 12 Years a Slave. So.
Documentary.
Oh boy.
We have The Act of Killing, After Tiller, Gideon's Army, The Square, and 20 Feet from Stardom. I think The Act of Killing's got this, like it's got all the others.
Yeah.
I guess 20 Feet from Stardom would be the runner-up, and After Tiller is the spoiler, but those could go either way.
I think just for our personal wishful thinking, knowing that we have them, I say that I'd go with Gideon's Army as the spoiler here. 20 Feet from Stardom is the runner-up, but I really would like to see it win, because I really enjoyed the documentary. Blackfish obviously is not here, neither is Thames Vermeer, so...
But you also have The Act of Killing winning.
Yes, definitely. I'll have to get around to it eventually.
Best international film, which basically is best foreign film, but sometimes they nominate
They nominated Shame before.
English language movies because they're not the Spirit Awards are strictly American movies.
Yeah.
So like even Canadian movies can't get in.
Yeah.
So
See Michelle Williams snub.
literally anything that is not America can get in Best International Film.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they call it that. But they're all foreign language this year, so
Yep.
it's Bluest Warmest Color, Gloria, The Great Beauty, The Hunt, and A Touch of Sin.
Okay.
I hear A Touch of Sin is great, and I hear it's crazy, but I haven't seen it.
So it's like
But I did see the other four.
not sure now.
I'll still say Bluest Warmest Color with The Great Beauty right behind it, and the
Yep.
spoiler is the spoiler could be Gloria, but I'm gonna say the spoiler is The Hunt, or A Touch. Could be.
You
I don't
know,
know. I don't know anymore with this category.
Okay, Blue is the warmest color. Hopefully, will win. Great Beauty is your second place. Actually, with you saying that, and you said A Touch of Sin apparently is wild. I'm gonna say it's more like Holy Motors, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be the spoiler.
I have no idea what the plot is, but I will look into it.
It sounds very basic by the title, but basic doesn't always mean that it's a basic movie.
Yeah, I'm hearing like good things about it, so we'll see what happens. It can't be as wild as Mobius, which most people apparently want. It was at TIFF, but most people, I guess, won't see it till this year. So, or if somebody's going to try and sweep it under the rug and pray to God nobody sees it.
That review is available here on Pop right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the compilation videos.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the closest thing you're going to get to
I
one
was gonna
right
say
now.
I don't remember doing a review for it, but now I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Best first screenplay.
I like this category.
Not all. We have Afternoon Delight, Don John, In a World, The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete, and Nebraska. I didn't see Afternoon Delight yet, but I keep hearing great things about it. It's Tarantino's favorite movie of the year, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And of course, we are not seeing Nebraska till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You almost, if these were the Globes, obviously it'd be Don John, because of all these people, you'd want Joseph Gordon-Levitt on your stage over the others. But
yep.
I'm going to say the winner will be Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm going with Nebraska.
And the runner-up will be Afternoon Delight. I can actually see that going both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And since everybody except me loved this movie, this self-indulgent, worthless piece of shit, this I'm so hip and clever script.
Thank God for Ken Marino being in the movie.
I think the spoiler is in a world.
Yeah, again, I'm going to agree with you. Nebraska is the winner for sure. Afternoon Delight is my runner-up as well. And, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to say Don John is actually your spoiler here.
I said self-indulgent. Maybe that's not the word I was looking for. But in a world is something that I don't fucking like.
Okay. All right. It's going a lot faster.
Yeah. Best first feature, which I think means the director specifically.
Mm-hmm.
We have Blue Caprice, Concussion, Fruitvale Station, Una Noche, and Wajda. I'd say Fruitvale's probably got this.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Well, close behind it could be Wajda. And of these three, considering I didn't like the movie personally, it might be in that same video that Mobius is in.
I believe it is, actually.
People really like it, so I guess the spoiler's Blue Caprice.
I think given the fact that it was already nominated earlier on in the night, I think that I obviously say that Fruitvale wins. I say Blue Caprice is your runner-up. I think your spoiler in this case is Una Noche.
I guess we'll see.
I really like Best Screenplay a lot. That's an awesome list of 5.
Yeah. Okay. For Best Screenplay, we have Before Midnight, Blue Jasmine, Enough Said, The Spectacular Now, and 12 Years a Slave. Wow. 4 arguably happy movies in comparison to the 5th movie.
Yeah, completely.
Blue Jasmine I wouldn't call a happy movie, but it's certainly happier than 12 Years a Slave.
Indeed.
Okay. Spectacular Now has a lot of drama in it too, but
yes.
And so does Before. Regardless, they're all 12 Years a Slave stands out to me anyway. I think the winner will probably be Before Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Because Linklater, Delpy, and Hawk have a lot of love behind their screenplay. That make the runner-up John Ridley and the spoiler Nicole Holofcener. For Enough Said.
I'm not going with Ridley this time around. I think Enough Said is your runner-up. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say The Spectacular Now is your potential spoiler. And I'd love to see it happen because I really love the movie. It's one of my favorite of the year. What happened here?
This was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And it basically stabbed Octavia Spencer right in the heart.
Yeah, completely.
Best Supporting Actress, we have Melanie Diaz for Fruitvale Station. Sally Hawkins for Blue Jasmine, Lupita Nyong'o for 12 Years a Slave, Yolanda Ross for Gopher Sisters, and June Squibb for Nebraska. I don't even know what Gopher Sisters is. I feel unprepared.
Watch it win now that we've said that.
Probably. I have Lupita Nyong'o winning, obviously.
Yep.
With the runner being June Squibb and the spoiler being Sally Hawkins.
Completely agree with you on that. I don't think anybody else is in the running.
People really love... I thought she was really outshone by Octavia Spencer as far as supporting actresses go, but apparently people really loved Melanie Diaz in Fruitvale, so I only remember like one of her scenes.
Isn't this also the acting body that nominated Michael Pena for End of Watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year. That comes back already.
Yes, it does.
All right. They were watching End of Watch and enjoying it when they heard Gyllenhaal say quinceañera. They were like, "Oh, we should nominate a movie next year that has that word in its title." I like that word. I don't know what it means, but I like that word.
Nice.
Supporting actor, we have Michael Fassbender for 12 Years a Slave, Will Forte for Nebraska, Gandolfini for Enough Said, Jared Leto for Dallas Buyers Club, and Keith Stanfield for Short Term 12. Only one of these I haven't seen is Nebraska, so it's hard to say. It's hard to comment. But the one thing I keep hearing about Will Forte is it's massive category fraud, and you can just tell that by the story.
Oh yeah.
But he did take National Board of Review.
Okay.
I think this will get. I think Jared Leto is going to be still going strong by this point.
Completely.
With his runner-up being Fassbender and his spoiler being Gandolfini, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Keith Stanfield is that. Keith Stanfield right now is that that nomination that's he'd have a really good chance to win if this was like in the 90s.
James Franco is missing from this list.
And Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. So can we just... Well, obviously Stanfield's the one that gets bumped out. Forte, if you want to run him for a leading.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is if you want to really do the Spirit Awards, Keith Stanfield's performance is like Spirit Awards all over.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he definitely would have gotten... He'd be in contention for the win if this was, like, not as stacked with the popular movies. So, there was this... I should have mentioned this in the other video, but I didn't. There was a new... somebody took a picture last night. The Globes were last night. I don't know when this video is being posted, but... it's Steve McQueen holding his Golden Globe, and he's looking at it like this. And somebody put a caption up that says, "What the hell's this mainstream shit?"
Nice.
You
love this lineup because Greta's not here.
Yeah.
And she's completely missing from this list, honestly. I honestly think that Gabby Hoffman's the reason she got bumped out.
Isn't that great?
I like Gabby Hoffman and Crystal Ferry, but I think Greta should have been in here.
All right. We have, for actress, we have Cate Blanchett for Blue Jasmine, Julia Delpy for Before Midnight, Gabby Hoffman for Crystal Fairy, Brie Larson for Short Term 12, and Shailene Woodley for The Spectacular Now.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what the answer is here.
Cate Blanchett will still be going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind her, right behind her will probably be Brie Larson.
Yes.
And Julia Delpy would be the spoiler.
I really like to say Shailene Woodley would be the spoiler here, but I gotta be honest here. It's not gonna happen. It's good she got nominated. It's very deserved. She's actually one of my nominations for my personal lineups, but not here.
Yeah, I think that pretty much speaks for itself. Actor, for some reason, we have 6 slots. Somebody didn't have to make a decision.
After tomorrow, we've seen all of these theatrically.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We have Bruce Dern for Nebraska, Chiwetel for 12 Years a Slave, Oscar Isaac for Inside Llewyn Davis, Michael B. Jordan for Fruitvale, McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club, and Red Hood for All Is Lost. It's the 3. It's just a matter of what order you put them in.
Mm-hmm.
With no confidence. I'm confident it's those 3. I'm not confident at all about the order. But just for argument's sake, I'm going to say the winner will be Chiwetel, the runner-up will be McConaughey, and the spoiler is Dern.
I say McConaughey takes the Spirit Award.
I was thinking, especially since they gave to him for Magic Mike last year, they obviously like him. So
Chiwetel is the runner-up, and Bruce Dern is their spoiler. We're almost done.
Actor will be very interesting to see. Actor is probably the most interesting category we have this year.
Yeah.
Unless one of them starts to sweep soon. Director, we have Shane Carruth for Upstream Color, J.C. Chandor for All Is Lost, Steve McQueen for 12 Years a Slave, Jeff Nichols for Mud, and Alexander Payne for Nebraska. I'm going by the ones that got in picture.
Why are the Coens not in this?
That's just, I have no idea. That's surprising. I have Steve McQueen winning with Payne behind him and J.C. Chandor as the spoiler.
McQueen will win. Payne is the runner-up. Actually, with all the love it got, why not? Jeff Nichols is going to be the spoiler here.
Yeah, because they really love Take Shelter, too, so...
Yeah.
They clearly like him.
But Mud didn't make it into picture, though.
Yeah, that's weird.
I love Frances Ha, but with getting it, Baumbach not getting, and Greta both not getting in, and it getting in a feature makes no sense. That should probably be Mud.
Well, for feature, we have which is their picture, basically.
Yeah.
We have All Is Lost, Frances Ha, Inside Llewyn Davis, Nebraska, and 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave is against... Obviously, I'm predicting a 12 Years a Slave love fest. Because that's usually what the Spirit Awards do, because wasn't it a Silver Linings Playbook love fest last year, I think?
Oh, yes, it was.
The runner-up will be Nebraska, the spoiler will be Inside Llewyn Davis. I don't know what my reasoning is for that, but I just think it's going to be 12 Years a Slave.
I'm going for a split, since it's something you don't like to call. I'm going to call Inside Llewyn Davis to win Best Feature, actually.
Without the Coen Brothers in there?
Yep. And I think, actually, here... Yeah, we'll go with that. 12 Years a Slave is going to be the runner-up, and Nebraska is going to be their spoiler. I would say don't count out All Is Lost or Frances Ha, but there's got to be a reason why Chandor got nominated and Baumbach didn't. So All Is Lost probably has a better chance to win feature than Frances Ha does, because obviously Greta and Baumbach didn't get nominated. So I know, shut up. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. That's Spirit Awards in less than 30 minutes. So, we will see this video the last week of January. Next week, next Thursday, same time, well, not necessarily same time, depends how long it takes to upload, we will have the Oscar video, which we've already would have gotten by then. Full disclosure, this is the day after the Golden Globes. And the Oscar nominations don't come out till Thursday. So by the time this video is out, all this was out, and then all of this that we've been talking about throughout these weeks are probably going to be a lot of it null and void, and a lot of it I told you so's. So there's always that. So go enjoy the rest of the award season. The BAFTAs are in a couple weeks, actually, February 16th. So check those out. And then we've got the Spirit Awards on the 1st of March, and March 2nd will be your Academy Award presentation. So, AJ, any parting words for the Independent Spirit Awards nominations?
No.
All right. So in the meantime, thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And if you're able to watch the Spirit Awards, watch them. If you're not, then follow along on IMDb like we will be doing with KFC in tow. So thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until next time, go watch a movie. And that's all we got to say about that.